Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nintendo Pow Block here on Watch Rush Games. We are back in the building. Of course, I'm your host, the enlightened and excited Eddie V. Joining me, of course, is the crew, the Eddie Insider himself, Mr. Dan Murphy.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Yes. The devastating Dungeoneer himself, Mr. David Lasby.
Happy New Year, everybody.
In a gallivanting Galutrad, Mr. Jacob Taylor.
What's going on, everybody? Gallivanting. Ooh.
I always love the first time I hear an Ed nickname. It's great. you don't know what to expect, and when it hits you hard.
Yeah, I think it's always fun giving people nicknames and stuff to show how excited I am and show people that like, oh, I love when he like does nicknames. It's kind of a fun thing to be like, oh, this is this person's personality, or this is what they like, or and stuff like that. It's a I don't know.
Well,
it's me.
It's awesome.
You bring the energy, Ed.
You do, man. And that's spot on. Galutrad is the otter knight, so gallivanting is wonderful.
Yes. Well, everybody, welcome to New Year's. Hopefully, everyone had a great New Year. We were on break. We are rested up. We have been playing a lot of games, buying a lot of games, still discussing stuff about the Switch Pro, just having great discussions, talking about Hyrule Warriors, Coffee Talk, just a whole bunch of stuff that we've been talking about. But before we get into that, we're going to do some quick housekeeping. This is episode 227 of Nintendo Pow Block Podcast. Each and every week, we come together to talk about games and everything we love about them with our friends. You can join us live on Monday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/BossRushGames Live and be a part of the conversation. But if you can't join us live, no big deal. You can head over to youtube.com/BossRushGames and BossRushGames.com to watch the show or listen on your podcast service of choice. Remember to subscribe, follow, rate, and review wherever you consume us. It helps us out with discoverability, and check out our family of shows whenever you listen to your podcast. So, with all of that being out the way, how was everybody's Christmas and how was everybody's New Year's before we get into Snacktendo? Dan, how was your New Year's and how was your Christmas?
It was good. It was nice and relaxing. It was good to spend some time at home. My mom got the vaccination, so she came down for New Year's, which was fun. I hadn't seen her in a while. And yeah, it was nice and boring, and that's the way I like it.
Oh, okay. What about you, Jacob? How was yours?
Oh, man. I don't want to go too into it because I don't want to bring everything down, but through all of 2020, my work had successfully, a group of 75 to 100 people has successfully avoided COVID, and Monday before New Year's, we had our first case in the building, and they were immediately sent home. And now we have like 10 people out, and me and my roommate are not feeling great. So we're kind of like, oh no. So it's been a heck of a New Year's, a heck of a start to 2021. But I'm keeping myself positive. So
yes, David, what has your Christmas and New Year's been like?
Just lots of time with my kids, catching up on my backlog of games. I finished a couple games, which felt really good, and got a chance to do some reading and writing and spend time with family. So it was great. It was needed for sure.
Yes. For me, for my Christmas, I posted a whole bunch of Zelda stuff that I got for my nieces and my sister, and I literally almost cried. And I took mad pictures, and because we FaceTime for Christmas, and I just literally lost my mind because I didn't expect them to give me all this Nintendo stuff. Like the Zelda wallet is beautiful. I haven't even took it out the case yet. It's so good. And the Zelda throw blanket, like in the chain, like they gave me what I needed. Like they know that I'm a gamer at heart, so they went out and did that. And then my New Year's, even though I worked, I got a lot of stuff done for New Year's Day. I played pretty much Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yes.
And Man, that game is so good. I believe it deserves the nomination. It deserves the rewards that it get. It's a really I think it's a really good remake. That it was worth the wait. For all that time. So I am really happy that I got to play that. Didn't
What
get no
chapter are you
piece.
on?
I am on chapter 6.
Okay, nice.
So I gotta finish charging my I forgot to charge um my controller. Um and so I'm gonna charge it up and I'm gonna hop right back in and like really make some progress. I'm really am enjoying this game. I literally had to jump in and just like, you know what? It's a buy two get one free sale at Target. Let me go ahead and just buy this game because I couldn't wait for the Xbox One. I still want to get it on Xbox, but I was just like, I gotta dive in because everybody's talking about it. I want to have most of the 2020 games in my hands, played and ready to discuss. And yeah, it's a really great game, for it. So, but with us playing all of these games, with us having this time off, of course we come back with our favorite segment, Snack-tendo. And I'm going to save my Snack-tendo at the last because I kind of threw a picture up on Twitter at that retro code, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit later. But Jacob, what have you been snacking on? What's been in your Snack-tendo?
I just finished today. I made chess squares over the break, and I just finished the last bite of that today. They looked terrible, but they tasted amazing, which is really good. It's a real simple recipe. It's basically just like sugar, eggs, sour cream, and butter. Not sour cream, cream cheese and butter. So I've been snacking on that a lot, and then I also just found at a gas station some apple pie Kit Kats. And
Yes.
I reached out to Boss Rush Games Network and was like, should I go on these? And Celeste said absolutely. So I picked up some of those, but I haven't actually dug into them yet.
They're really good. Have you tried the mocha and chocolate?
I haven't.
Kit Kat?
I started looking for them on that episode that y'all were talking about them, and I haven't been able to find them at all. Normally, my gas stations just have like the typical Kit Kat.
If you're close to a Walgreens, they have them.
Walgreens.
They're advertising.
Okay.
Yeah, because they have the dark one. They still got the birthday cake, the apple, the dark chocolate. The one like I'm still looking for the strawberry banana ones. That's what I want.
Oh,
but I'm gonna have to go find like a candy store for that.
Yeah.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's it for me, man. And then drinking a lot too, because it's the new year. So hey.
Dan, what have you been snacking on?
All right, so I found an old favorite of mine from when I was 7 years old, Dunkaroos at the grocery store.
Yeah.
What? Yes!
Oh, yes. I had that same reaction when I saw them. And my fiance was like, why? Just, why are you the way you are? And I was like, don't worry about it. I'm only getting 12 of them. Oh my God, they're amazing. Still to this very day, it's just it's like basically just confetti cake ice cream and little kangaroo dippers. So if you're sitting here 25 years later wondering what Dunkaroos taste like, I'm going to tell you they're still worth it. They're as good as you remember.
Wow, I'm still shocked that they still make them. Wow.
Yeah, I guess they made a comeback. So, because the ad on the Dunkaroos thing, it was like, "Yes, we're back," and it had single-serving packets of them.
So did they pull like a Hostess thing? Because didn't Hostess start pulling Twinkies and everything off the shelf, and then like a couple months later, they were like, "We're back," and everyone blew their minds.
Probably, I didn't look into it. I just
It's just so interesting that they're
I'm
back.
still
That's
reeling
crazy.
from the excitement.
Well, Hostie had filed for bankruptcy, so that's why they pulled their stuff out.
Okay.
Yeah, because we used to have a Hostie shop, 15 minutes from my house, and they were going out of business because Hostie's was closing down. But someone like I think bought them or invested in them, fixed up their money problems, and they're back on shelves now. even though I missed the frosted honey buns from Hostess.
Oh, dude, yes. Honey buns are the best.
Yes. Is that all, Dan?
I'm done. I think that's good enough for me this week.
All right, David, what have you been snacking on for your Snacktindo?
Well, once a year, because I think I've shared before that I eat vegan all year round, but once a year I let myself have like my all-time favorite treat, which is turtles. I love chocolate turtles. Like I've been eating those since I've kid. So every year my wife puts a couple packs of those in my stocking, and they're like my favorite thing ever. So I've been eating those.
Yes, I love some good turtles. We have them at my job, and I just go up and down, just like I could buy you, but that means I got to spend $5 for like a box of 16 turtles. I'm just like, I can't do this today. But I will get on you, David, because of you talking about dots.
Oh,
I have had 7 boxes of dots in the last 2 days. I couldn't stop eating them because our dots that we got in was like super fresh, and we got the big movie theater boxes, and we got four for $4, and I was just like I want some.
Were they regular or the tropical flavor?
They were regular. I can't find the tropical ones.
The regular are better, in my opinion. And if you get them when they're soft, that's gold for movies.
Yeah, we got them like literally brand new, like fresh, still wrapped in a box. And I was just like, let me take 4 of these. The next day, I'm gonna take 3 of these, and they've been so good. So, but there has been a new Oreos one, brownie flavor Oreo, and this one it's like the Oreo with a brownie, the regular cream filling, and cookie dough filling, like for the cream, all wrapped into one. How do I say this? It's very chocolatey, but you cannot taste the brownie and you cannot taste the cookie dough. It's very weird. You can taste the Oreo cookie. You can't. The cream is off. The taste of it is just like, this is good. I tasted it with milk, and it feels like, no, this is not it. I think if they would have made the Oreo cookie a brownie flavor, it would have been good. It would have been great. This one, I say, unless you want to try it, go ahead. But I think it's a pass. It didn't meet my expectations of it being like a chocolate morsel. I thought it was gonna be like gooey brownie that I could taste. And I thought the cookie dough would just be like, oh, I could taste this like Nestle cookie dough kind of flavor. Nah, didn't. So it's in stores. It's a limited time. If you guys want to try it, I say you can. I say wait for a sale for it. Other than that, it's a pass. You can skip it. I think this is a disappointment for Oreos because I was excited to try all of this goodness. It is sweet, but it's just like the cream filling you can't taste. So, but everybody, that has been our Snacktindo, and now it's time for a game fact events, which I'm going to be presenting to you guys. And this is something kind of people will not actually realize that Nintendo did. So we know Nintendo, the creators of Donkey Kong, has made various Donkey Kong games. The Donkey Kong, the regular games, Tropical Freeze. We got the Donkey Kong
Returns.
Yes, Donkey Konga with the bongos and everything. Well, actually, back in 1986 in June, and for North America, they released Donkey Kong Jr. Math. This is one of Nintendo's edutainment games. And the funny thing about it was that this game was a big flop and a big failure. And they decided not to release any more of it. They had plans to actually do 3 more games for it. They was gonna do a music Donkey Kong game where now we kind of had Donkey Konga, and there was gonna be one more for it. Uh, but yeah, Donkey Kong Jr. Math was a game that you climb different ropes and stuff, and you're trying to do math to it. And
What was the year on that, Ed?
uh, June of 1986 here in America. In
Interesting.
in December 12th in 1983, it was released for the Famicom, and then Europe got it in July 10th of 1986. But it was
That's-
their. Oh, go ahead.
That's at the start of Nintendo's run in North America, right? Because Nintendo was it 83 in North America? That
83 was in Japan.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, like, it doesn't surprise me that that would have flopped, and particularly like the popularity of Donkey Kong being from like the arcades had already kind of flopped as well. So that seems like an ill-timed release. But I wonder with the popularity of something like that now if it would be successful.
It probably would, because well, it definitely is a collector's item. It was part of their Black Box series, which was like 30 games. Because after their Black Box series, you see different artwork that Nintendo was doing, and you kind of see it with Super Mario Brothers 2 that they started doing different artwork. But yeah, I remember seeing this game, and I laughed because I was like, why couldn't we have this game in school? You know, we had Oregon Trail, and we had those kind of IBM games to do math. And I would have loved to have an NES in my elementary school so I could do Donkey Kong math. You know, be able to defeat Donkey Kong and add.
It's a missed marketing opportunity.
Yeah, and it's weird because the next kind of education game that they did was like Mario is Missing, and then we end up having Brain Age later on the DS and Wii. So. It's kind of interesting that they were going to go another route of using their NES, and Donkey Kong Jr. didn't, succeed. So, but oh well, Nintendo tries things, they learn, and if it doesn't work for them, they move on. We know a lot about that. But it's time, everybody, to get into some family news, and we release our Boss Rush Game of the Year. So you guys can go to bossrushgames.com, click on the link, and actually see what we have rated for our Game of the Year. But our winner was Hades. And apparently someone took this and made a arcade cabinet out of it. And it looks amazing.
It really does.
What did you guys think? Like, does this game feel like an arcade game? And can indie games be turned into an arcade cabinet?
It absolutely feels like an arcade game. This game feels like the type of game that especially if they made every single arcade automatically play on hell mode, it's very much a quarter eater. You will die so quickly all the time.
It reminds me a little of Gauntlet Legends.
Yes.
Totally.
Yeah. It just there because of the nature of it. I could easily see if Supergiant Games wanted to do this, if they saw this and were like, that's kind of an untapped market. They could easily turn on they could code in settings to be like, okay, well we'll show you a code, or we'll give you like a card that can scan in your character, your Zagreus, and then you can come back like in Gauntlet, where you'd have your little dude and 25 cents a play, go as far as you can, and then eventually, even if you can beat it, if any of y'all have made it through all the way to the end of the game or to the end of a run, it's only you can get it anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour depending on how fast or slow you go. So it's an easy money maker, I think. And the cabinet itself, this fan made one, is beautiful. So
yes, Dan, as our indie insider, what do you think?
I think Jacob kind of just nailed it. I mean, it is an arcade game. Like, every run could be another quarter. You know what I mean? And I can see myself just dumping $20 in quarters on that game when I was a kid at the arcade. I think it's a great idea. I like it.
Did you guys think there's other indie games that's out there on Switch that could be arcade? Because I like Graceful Explosion Machine for me definitely is a straight arcade game. Like that definitely could be like turned into an arcade cabinet.
I mean, Celeste could probably be an easy arcade cabinet game.
Yeah.
Give you like 15 lives or something to complete a each screen.
What about you, David? Do you think?
No, I mean, I haven't played a huge library of indie games this year, so outside of Hades, I'm trying to think of ones that I've played that would work. And, games like Coffee Talk wouldn't work. So, I can't really think of one at the moment.
Well, Dan, do you have any suggestions?
I mean, I can't really think of anything because I think roguelikes are really the only style that you can do in an arcade setting. I don't play too many roguelike games, so I can't really suggest anything. Maybe like Grindstone would be a cool arcade game. I don't know if you guys have played that. I haven't played it on Switch. I have Apple Arcade, so I've been playing it on. Yeah. I've played it on that.
It's on my list to get.
And there's
I mean it's very much a mobile game, but like I could see that being in an arcade. But yeah, I mean, I think Hades is a great idea, and really, roguelike is kind of just such an arcade style game. So that's where my head's at.
Or you could go into the. I'm sorry, I have a couple other things. Can I?
Go ahead.
If you could go into the realm of like 2-player arcade games like Shovel Knight and have that being an arcade, or you could look at Killer Queen Black, which was an arcade game and then became a console game and a PC game, and like that. I don't know if y'all have seen that arcade cabinet, but that thing is awesome. Like it's massive. It's super cool.
Oh, I love Killer Queen Black.
Yeah, man.
I heard about it that it was an arcade game, but did it ever come to the arcades, or was it just like an indie game that got turned into an arcade game?
No,
it started as an arcade game.
Yeah.
Interesting. I've never seen that. I've never seen an arcade cabinet for it. I'm going to look at that.
Yeah.
The best arcade to console game ever, in my opinion, is Ninja Turtles. It's not even close.
Which one? Turtles in Time or the arcade game for NES? Turtles in Time for me. Turtles in Time for me.
They're both good, but yeah, I'd probably go with that too.
That's
the X-Men game was also great.
Oh yes.
The first time I played Super Mario Brothers 3 was in an arcade, not on a console.
The 25-cent one, Time Trap. Yeah. Because I think they did that after the Wizard came out. I should go back and play Super Mario Bros. On Switch. I love that game. I play
that game once a year. No whistles.
I've done that before. I rented a whole game. I think it took me about 2 hours to get through. Because I had to do some bathroom breaks.
We just beat Mario 3 this week on Switch Online. My wife and I played it through.
Oh,
it's the first time I've ever actually beaten it all the way to the end.
Nice.
Was it challenging to you?
It was. I just, I feel like as a kid, I always had to turn my Nintendo off before I could, get that far, So unless you wanted to like cheat and use the whistles, but.
God, there's that frustrating castle level where it's like you have to find the right P block and
yes,
yeah,
that one's ruthless.
And when you don't find the right door, it keeps repeating over and over and over again. I think it's like
a bad dream.
Yeah, I think it's the 5th or 6th one. I think. Yeah, I'll have to go through the whole game to find out. Oh goodness. But yeah, I remember watching the Wizard and seeing that game to find the first whistle, and the game wasn't out yet. And then when I got the game, I used that trick and stuff. But then I actually went back and played the whole thing. Had you guys ever did that, like games that you did a cheat that you cheated in, or did a cheat code for that you actually played it the way that it was intended?
Not until I was an adult.
Because I did that for Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. I actually played all the levels, got all the emeralds, and played it the way that it was supposed to. Because they had
Yeah, Sonic, I did that as well, actually. I
Well,
didn't know there was cheats for Sonic.
yeah, did you use like Game Genie or something? Like, how did you
no.
cheat on?
So in the music select in Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, there's a music thing that you will put in a sequence, and you will hear a sound, and it will unlock, and you got to select any level that you want to.
Oh, wow. I
Oh,
didn't do that.
wild.
Yeah. So I ended up doing that. But I was just like, you know what? I want to play all these levels in this game and see how far I could get. And I've done that. Even in, well, not so much Bionic Commando because I don't think there was a cheat thing, but I did Bionic Commando all in one sitting. And that game is trying to play that game without having an instruction manual, not knowing really what to do. That is challenging. But yeah, everybody, Hades, our game of the year for Boss Rush. Go check it out. Go give it a read. And if you guys like indie games and want to turn them into arcade cabinets, I think you can search around on YouTube and they'll tell you actually on how to build one and everything. I think it's really cool that this fan made this one. But you know, guys, with a lot of talk about F-Zero, there seems to be more interest going for the series. And it seems that F-Zero GX producer Toshihiro Nagoshi wouldn't mind working on Nintendo's futuristic racing series again. And everybody loved F-Zero GX for the GameCube. Do you think that this game will come back? And he did say that, you know, he would love to work on it and make it different. But if you want like a kind of casual arcade experience, there is Mario Kart. Do you think F-Zero can come back and like complement Mario or really be like another racing series, kind of like what Xbox has for Horizon, like Forza, not actually Horizon, Forza Motorsport is like the real deal kind of thing, and then Horizon is like the arcadey fun kind of game. What do you guys think about this?
For this one, I wasn't that big of an F-Zero fan, to be honest with you. I don't like racing games that much, but I feel like there's enough clamor, and especially with Captain Falcon being in Smash Brothers, there's enough people that might play it. So I don't really have an opinion on F-Zero.
I do think, Ed, like if they did bring it back, and there is energy, people are always asking for it. If they did bring it back, a nice distinction would be to make it a more realistic racing game rather than the cartoon sort of crazy feel that Mario Kart has. If Nintendo is going to dredge up racing games from the past, though, honestly, I would like to see another Diddy Kong's Racing before I saw an F-Zero.
What about you, Jacob?
I think Miyamoto's quoted as saying that when they figure out something that would make it unique and like give it a purpose for coming back, they'll bring it back. And I think Nintendo right now isn't interested at all in just like a hardcore racing game or like a racing game that isn't kart related, isn't Mario Kart arcade style related. I would like to see, though, F-Zero come back with racing in it, but also in like a Beautiful Joe style game as well, or with Beautiful Joe style gameplay as well, to learn more about Captain Falcon and like that whole series' lore and everything. Because that if you read some of the story behind those games, it's nuts, man. Like people are they're Captain Falcon is a bounty hunter, number one, which you would never guess just by knowing that he is a racer in a video game. Like, it just doesn't seem right. And then like there's like end of world things going on. It's crazy.
I'd play that.
Yeah. And with racing in between, like in between stages, you have to race to the next location. That you do a Beautiful Joe side-scrolling style beat 'em up game with Captain Falcon. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, I'd play that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I would too. I, I think Graph Zero could make a comeback. But it'll take a while though. I don't know. I cannot picture what it would be like for it. But before we get into our Doc Bowl, we got a little Nintendo DX news kind of right here. Kanye West could have been working with Nintendo. What? So it's Kanye West endeavors reach into many different corners of the business world, from the music world to the clothing and shoe design. The rapper has certainly branched out in recent years, but apparently he had interest in teaming up with Nintendo for a video game that never quite happened. During a recent appearance on the Talking Games with Reggie and Harold podcast, former Nintendo of America president Reggie Fils-Aimé revealed the rapper reached out to the gaming company to collaborate on the video game. Fils-Aimé said the meeting occurred between Kanye and his wife Kim Kardashian West after the Good Music founder spoke to Nintendo's Shigeru Miyamoto at the company's E3 booth. Unfortunately for Kanye, the gaming company was dealing with too many projects at this time to take on the collab with them. Part of it was talking about what he was up to. He was experimenting with a piece of video game content. He wanted reactions to it. He comes out and says, "I want to work with Nintendo." This boggled my mind because what did you guys think a Nintendo and Kanye game would have been?
I read this and I threw myself in a huge confusion. I was like, why did Kanye choose Nintendo? What kind of game would he have done? What did Reggie say to Kanye? There's so much I'd like to know about this, and oh man, that was one of my favorite stories. I wish we just had more detail.
And we know Nintendo has did like Elite Beat Agents, like I said earlier, Donkey Kong, and Rhythm Heaven. So they have been in Wii Music. They have been into music games, but Kanye and Nintendo, hip hop and I don't know. What did you guys think? My mind is boggled by this. David, what you think could have been made?
I mean, I don't really know. It depends on what he was looking for. Was he looking to be sort of the star of some sort of epic? There are musicians and stuff that sort of want to see themselves in some kind of adventure story, or was he looking to really have it just be a place to feature music? Mm-hmm. I mean, on the one hand, they seem sort of culturally different, Nintendo and Kanye, but on the other hand, Nintendo does stuff out of the box all the time, so I guess I wouldn't have been too surprised, that. What was there a Michael Jackson game at one point for a system? I swear there was.
Yes. Okay, so there's two of them. So, well, actually three. So Michael Jackson did an arcade game, Moonwalker. He also did it. They also ported that to the Sega Genesis, but it was a 2D platformer. He did a music game that was almost like Just Dance for the Wii, and it sold a lot of copies.
And he did the music in Sonic 3.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah, and he somehow still owns the rights for it, so that's why we haven't seen Sonic 3 on any other platform since the Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
So and the music is amazing in that game, by the way.
Yes.
That's my favorite boss music ever is the final boss in that.
Yeah, and he's in the Dreamcast version of Space Channel 5. So, yeah.
There's also games like Brutal Legend that is basically Jack Black playing a character in a game. So maybe Kanye wanted to go that route, or he was like a Grand Theft Auto style featuring Kanye West as the main character.
I was thinking he'd be like a God of War style character.
Yes. All I know is that I hope that this means Kanye West for Smash Brothers in 2021.
Can you see Kanye West doing something like DJ Hero with Nintendo? Like a DJ Hero game from Nintendo. Mixing hip hop with their soundtrack. just think of Yoshi's Crafted World or Yoshi's Woolly World with some hip hop or something, or um, playing like Super Metroid with like some hip hop drums and stuff. Like take like I don't know. It's the back of my mind. The story.
I don't think so anymore. Without being too specific on our show, but it does seem like he burned a lot of social capital this last year, and I think he might be too hot for Nintendo at the moment.
It's probably too hot for everybody. So, but that was our little Nintendo DX news. We're going to now just quickly take a look back at Nintendo's 2020 before we get into our doc mode. And I put out there, if you guys want to check on Boss Rush Games, I did a year in review for Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. And they all came out and did what they came to do, is like deliver great games. We were hyped for some Nintendo Directs, news about the new consoles and everything. But Nintendo really had a strong year, even with what all went on. So I kind of want to just quickly, guys, what did you think of Nintendo in 2020? Were there some highlights, some lowlights? What do you guys think?
I think everybody had to deal with a lot of adversity with the pandemic starting in March. I know we all feel like it's been forever, but people really had to adjust to the way they were. So we had a lot of silence out of Nintendo, for probably the first 7-8 months of the year. I mean, even that mini direct that we had at the end of March, every single game in that we knew about. There wasn't anything new in that. Like, they showcased Xenoblade Chronicles DE at the end of it for, I don't know, 10 minutes. And that's a game we already played 10 years ago. So, it was a really slow start, but they started marketing their games and doing different things than just regular directs. And Animal Crossing came out at the right time. I'm sure we're going to get into that a little later on, so I won't delve in more, but Paper Mario Shadow dropped out of the blue, which was probably an E3 presentation. We did get 3D All-Stars, we did get Pikmin, we got Clubhouse Games, which so many people I know love, but don't just don't talk about it. Nintendo did have a pretty good year. They kept us entertained. I wouldn't say it's probably one of their weaker years in the Switch era, but it still had some good stuff, and they gave us a few more ports to really, really twist the dagger in the Wii U.
Right. Jacob, what did you think of Nintendo's 2020?
I mean, I thought it was a fairly slow year. I thought they did what they could with everything that was going on. But it's Nintendo has a very common practice of having like a super great year and then a lull year, and they push out like the Yoshis and the Kirbys and the games that get a lot of praise but aren't the best, aren't the top tier Zelda, Mario, Metroid. But this year I think was supposed to be a lot bigger than it was, and I think COVID just really knocked it out for them. But overall, I think they recovered really well. I think maybe to most people's detriment, but to Nintendo's favor, I think staying quiet and the lack of Nintendo Directs in 2020 did them a good solid, because everyone was talking about them every single week. Like, there was never a week when people weren't talking about Nintendo in the gaming community because they were so quiet. And then they just did stuff like, hey, here's Paper Mario, it's coming out in a month. And and that's kind of how it was for the whole thing, for their whole year. But I think we got quite a few gems from them overall, though.
All right, David, how do you think of Nintendo's 2020?
I mean, I think they had a great year. If we're looking at it from a fan perspective, I get that it was a little disappointing that it felt like there was nothing for 7 months of the year, and then all of a sudden there was just a flood of stuff. But from their business side of things, like they just dominated the whole year with console sales and game sales. And so they didn't really need to do more than what they did because what they were doing was working, right? Animal Crossing was a force, to be reckoned with, which we'll talk about later. But they also supported a lot of their long-standing franchises like Smash Brothers with the Fighters Pass, collaborating, across platforms and with companies, like bringing, celebrating Fortnite and
Splatoon.
Yeah, Splatoon, right?
They keep doing Splatoon tournaments. They even pumped up ARMS in the middle of the summer too.
Right. So, I feel like Nintendo did what they needed to do to move consoles. I would say that the one place that I found myself surprised and a little bit disappointed is I actually didn't think Mario 35 was as big as it could have been. And I know that we got a lot of Mario content, but for the 35th anniversary of, one of the most important games in video game history, like it was a little underwhelming. And I hope that what Jacob said is true, that it's largely because of COVID and maybe more was planned, because it makes me a little bit nervous for Zelda 35, which is this year. Because traditionally Nintendo has always paid more respects to Mario than to Zelda. And so if they did, a couple games and some celebration, what does that mean for Zelda 35? So that's kind of where I've been at with this year.
Yeah, with the Mario 35th, what popped in my mind is I think they probably would have did like a tour, like or something to celebrate at Best Buy or GameStop, to make it feel bigger and stuff. Be like, if you go in, with your Switch, you could download this special thing for this game or something like that. I think with COVID, they had to reduce it and they couldn't really do much. The 35th could have been bigger. Then they probably had like Mario Odyssey ready to announce, but I think their actual 35th is not to next year or anything.
We get a lot of anniversaries coming up. I think it's Zelda, Pokemon, Metroid and Donkey Kong. Mm-hmm. I think all those anniversaries are coming up next year. So, I mean, even if they do what they did for Mario 35th, like with all four of those games, it'll be a big year for them.
Yeah. For me, I think Nintendo brought consistency. We had pretty much about 9 to 10 games, even whether they were ports or there were new titles, they had something for new Switch owners and existing Switch owners. Ring Fit Adventure just like flew off the shelf, and for months that game kept selling. It was out of stock, just the way like Animal Crossing was. How big that did, it ended with 22 some million by the end of last 26. Year. 26 million at the end of 2020. That's big for one franchise. I think that's probably the biggest in selling of Animal Crossing, and it's still selling. That's how crazy it is. We got some. Yeah, they changed the mini directs, but they made the best out of it. There was going to be something. Whether you didn't like all the games, there was something to take away from it. Hades, Spiritfarer, the Final Fantasy saga, Coleco, wholesome games and stuff. Like there was I think with Switch they had a lot to deliver. Paper Mario, Clubhouse games, Xenoblade Chronicles. Like this collection is beautiful. I forgot to show you guys, but I have the Ori collection that I got from Iron 8-Bit. And I haven't taken it out or anything, but when they announced that Ori 2 was coming to Switch, they put both physical games of Ori 1 and Ori 2 on physical copies.
Ed, that's a good to relate. I mean, not so much with Ori, but just in that consistency that you said, like Nintendo really allowed their indies to pop this year. In place of where a lot of major titles would have come out, and they did bring that consistent experience.
And their third parties too, didn't they have like 2 or 3 third-party directs? Which Nintendo is notorious for not supporting third-party or having third-party support, and this year they really let that shine a lot as well. So
Yeah, they're mostly with the third parties. A lot of the third party will be in their Nintendo Directs and everything.
Yeah.
But I guess because they couldn't really do nothing because of the way that Japan was holding COVID, they were just like, let's still do a mini direct and highlight a lot of partners who working with us. So those indies and those third parties got more announcement and more screen time to make people think that, hey, we got a lot of stuff coming from our partners that's helping us. The World Ends With You Part 2 is coming to Switch. Like, that's a big deal to some people and everything.
That's a big deal to me.
Yeah, and it's good to see that Nintendo, at least just from August to or it was it no, they didn't have one in July. I think it was from August to October there was a direct and there was some indie stuff, and it always felt like there was something for everybody, whether it was a hit or not. There was always something. So I think Nintendo really, with what they had to work with, they really did a great job getting stuff out. I think one of the bad things that hurt them was a lot of the cease and desist stuff that would come at the end. But depending on how people see that. Oh, go ahead.
That stuff blows over though. I mean, people get really mad and it blows up in trends, and then it's gone and people just move on.
The free Melee thing is kind of over. Feel like it's over with after Sephiroth got announced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and people are just getting annoyed with it too.
Yeah.
So, but I think Nintendo, I believe they got a strong year coming in 2021. There's still expectations, hype for a Switch Pro. We will see in 2 more months. I'm just saying that. Some people believe it's in March when all these anniversaries are coming out. I don't think it's happening anytime soon. But, if it does happen, it's going to be a strong thing for Nintendo for that to happen. But everybody, that is just a little talk about Nintendo's 2020. Is there any anticipation for any games that's coming out for this year?
Monster Hunter Rise.
Yes.
I'm a huge.
I already got my.
I am looking forward to 3D World so badly because I didn't have a Wii U. I didn't get to play it.
Oh, it's so good.
I love Bravely Default, so I'm excited for that as well.
What about you, David?
I mean, you're gonna say it doesn't count, but Breath of the Wild too. I mean, I know it's not confirmed, but it's coming out.
There's a rumor. There was a rumor. A Nintendo insider said that it's going to be a good 2021 for Breath of the Wild 2, Splatoon, Metroid, and I think Fire Emblem. So
I think we're getting a new 2D Donkey Kong really soon too.
Yeah.
But then who does it? Because Retro's in.
Yeah, but Retro was working on something before Metroid for a while, and they've never said anything about what they were working on. The last thing they released was Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, I think, right? Yeah.
Right, yeah. And they have been working on original IP, but Nintendo told them to shelve it so they could work on Donkey Kong and then work on Metroid. So maybe
I think we're getting that Donkey Kong announcement soon too. I read somewhere. We'll probably know about it within the next couple weeks.
Are we ready for another Donkey Kong?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I've been like eyeing Tropical Freeze on the Switch because I want to play Donkey Kong so badly, but I'm like, no, I've already played it on the Wii U. I don't need to buy it again.
You know what? I'm excited for Pokemon Snap. I never got a chance to play that, and I really want to play it when it comes out on Switch.
I don't have interest in Snap. I didn't on N64. I never played it, so maybe I don't know.
Maybe that's why I want to play it, because I didn't get a chance, and I'm like, I want to see what this is all about. Give it a fair shot and stuff. And I know, David, we was talking earlier about some Hyrule Warriors DLC that could possibly happen. If that comes out, I'm probably just going to end up paying for it. Like, I don't know when it's going to be released. I'm just going to, if Nintendo just said that, hey, we got a the mini direct coming. We'll be talking about Hyrule Warriors DLC and our good friend Stealth on Twitter. He posted that they're having a meeting in February 1st in Japan. So we'll know some numbers about Switch sales, and we might know some new information about some games and possibility that DLC for Zelda.
Do
I'm
you guys
ready.
think Animal Crossing's going to overtake Mario Kart?
Absolutely.
Because they're going to release the sales on February 1st.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Oh, and Mario Kart Home Circuit, which you guys go to watchforgames.com, read David's review. It's fantastic. You guys are going to love it. Really, give that
It
thing.
was really, really good.
Yes.
I that was probably the best look at Mario Kart Home Circuit I think I've read yet. So definitely check that out.
Thank you guys.
Yes. So it is that time for Nintendo Pow Block's Game of the Year. What is going to be winning a Pow Block? Who knows? But we are going to come with 5 games. Sorry about that. We're going to come with 5 games and 3 honorable mentions. So let's get our honorable mentions out the way first. Dan, what is your 3 honorable mentions?
Okay, so I threw in a couple indie games here that were released on other systems before 2020, but they came to Switch in 2020. So honorable mentions. I hate to do this to you, Ed. I'm throwing it out of the way first. Paper Mario is an honorable mention. Super Mario 3D All Stars, honorable mention. Pikmin 3, that one really hurt to leave out of the top 5. And then for my indie games, I did Kunai, Evergate, and Nexomon Extinction.
Okay, let's see. Kunai, Evergate. And what was the other one?
It's called Nexomon Extinction.
Oh, Nexomon. I still have that on my Switch, and I need to start that.
I really like it because I don't like Pokemon just because it's so easy and just kind of, I don't know, I found it boring. And this was like the Pokemon game I've always wanted to play. So in the writing was really, it's really fun and it's good writing too. So that kept me into it as well.
All right, Jacob, what is your list for
So-
honorable mentions? Your 3 honorable mentions.
I cheated a little bit with my honorable mentions. I picked 3 games that I either wanted to play more of or just play in general. And mine actually are Catherine Full Body from Atlas on the Switch that released on July 7th. I played all of Catherine on the Xbox 360 when it came out originally. That game is an amazing puzzle game if you haven't played it yourself. It is a little raunchy, but it's a great game to just zone out with and play through the story. And it really captivates you too. Bubble Bobble for Friends. Loved playing Bubble Bobble with my brother and sister, and saw this come out, and immediately texted them and was like, guys, I have something exciting for Christmas, and then COVID happened. So didn't even bother picking that one up. And then actually I also had Paper Mario because I never picked it up, but I really want to. That would be my 3rd honorable mention.
Okay, that's fine. That is completely fine. David, what is your 3 honorable mentions?
Well, I kind of bent the rules a little bit too. I picked games that are being like continually supported in 2020 by Nintendo, not just ones that came out in 2020. So my 3 honorable mentions are Paper Mario. Sorry.
Ed is officially turned into the "this is fine" dog meme.
Yeah. I have a lot of thoughts on the battle system, but another time. The other honorable mention, Smash Bros. With their Fighters Pass, I thought was one that I kept finding myself coming back to, and then Super Mario 3D All Stars.
Okay, so Mario 3D All Stars. Okay, so my honorable mentions. You guys ready for this? This is so
Are there
funny.
50?
No, there's not 50, but you guys are going to like literally laugh at this. So my honorable mentions is Paper Mario: The Origami King.
Oh, what are you talking
Wow.
about? You've been saying it's Game of the Year across every platform.
and The reason why I put Paper Mario the Origami King is because it's in our boss rush as collector, so I put it there. Um, my next one is Hades, and my last one is Foregone. Those are my honorable mentions for this. So yeah, when everybody said Paper Mario, I was just like, oh, they're gonna be in for a shock. And you know what?
I'm shocked.
I'm more shocked because I didn't expect anyone to put Paper Mario in honorable mentions besides me.
I don't understand how you thought it was the game of the year for all three platforms, and then today it's your honorable mention. Like
You want to know because
yourself.
because we was making that list and everything. I'm like, when we made that list, it's still my number. It's still my personal game of the year, and I feel like that list is all of our personal ones. But for this show, I didn't want to reiterate what I've already made as a list. I feel like there are a lot of games that are equivalent to Paper Mario or a little bit lesser, but they still need some spotlight. They still need some recommendation and recognition. So that's why I put Paper Mario into it for honorable mention. It's on our top 25 games of the year. So I'm just like, hey, for it to be on Pow Block, that's a great thing. Honorable mention is still a great game. It's still,
Yeah.
we all picked it, so it's an honorable mention. So, congratulations to Paper Mario, Origami King, for receiving our honorable mention.
For being a unanimous vote on honorable mention.
Just not quite good enough, but still great.
Yes.
It's like a one coin block.
Yeah. You're excited, and then you make that second jump, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
come on, man.
All right, so let us get into our top 5. Starting with number 5, Dan, what is your number 5?
I'm going to go with Age of Calamity. This is really more of a personal preference because I don't like the Warriors style games that much. And, the more the story sits with me, the more sour of a taste it leaves in my mouth. David's shaking his head at me. Yeah, I know it's a good game, and I did play it to at least beat the story mode, but there just wasn't enough for me to put it higher than 5.
Okay, so Age of Calamity has one Yoshi coin. Jacob, what is your number 5?
My number 5 is Among Us on the Nintendo Switch. This was a game was back in 2018 and started getting a lot of hype in 2020 for some reason, and I was very against it because I don't like multiplayer games that I can't talk with my friends on, and so but then it came to Switch and all of my friends hopped on board, and so I was like, great, and oh man, I love it. We're gonna start playing it again every Saturday. It's great. That game is a blast. Always ends up in a yelling contest.
The Switch makes it so accessible too.
It does, and it runs really well. I think the only problem the Switch has is that there's no voice chat, but that's easily fixed with Discord or Skype or whatever. So,
Yep.
Right.
Sorry to jump in. I just that resonated with me.
yeah.
David, what is your number 5 game?
So I had Mario Kart Live Home Circuit on there, which was a late edition. I got that for my kids for Christmas and convinced my wife to let me get myself one for Christmas. And I cannot. Honestly, if I had it earlier in the year, it probably would have been higher on my list. I just haven't logged enough hours in it yet. But the endless amount of creativity and level design, it reminded me a lot of things that I love about Mario Maker. Mm-hmm. But mixed with Mario Kart, and I cannot say enough positive things about that game.
Yes, I swear, when you was talking about it, I was just like, I need to get this game. I want it. But just reading that thing, I swear, guys, go read that story. It's really, really good. Okay, so my number 5 is Murder by Numbers. These are from the developers who made Fall Guys. Didn't realize that it's a mixture of Phoenix Wright and Picross together, and the writing is funny. It deals with different diversity, different characters. Like, it's really, really good. I played this, I think it came out in January, and I could not stop playing. I literally laugh throughout this whole game. It is that good. So that is my number 5, Murder by Numbers. Uh, David, I mean, go back to you, Dan. What is your number 4?
Number 4, I'm going to go with Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide. This game is just fun. This is a year that another game on my top list finally got my fiance to pick up a video game controller for the first time in her lifetime. So this was actually the second or third game we played together, and we actually play it a lot. And when I like sit down and watch movies, or when I want to unwind, I play Mahjong, or I've played chess with my friends online. So it's just a fun game. I really enjoyed it. So number 4 for me is Clubhouse Games.
All right, Jacob, what is your number 4?
Well, you stole it right out from under me. My number 4 is Murdered by Numbers. I'm big Sudoku, big Picross fan. So, and then saw that, and you're absolutely right. It is cute as heck and just keeps you laughing and wanting to go through the story more and more, and has great puzzles in it as well, great Picross puzzles in it as well. So that is my number 4.
Yes. David, what is your number 4?
Number 4 for me is Coffee Talk. It is everything that I think video games as art are capable of, and beautiful visual novel. Takes place at a coffee shop in Seattle, which is where I spent my college years, at a coffee shop in Seattle. So it really hit home for me, and I just love it so much.
Are you gonna be happy for this, David? Coffee Talk is my number 4 also.
Yes.
The writing, the music, the characters, hearing their story, just like, and I don't know if you finished it yet.
I did. I finished it. Yep.
Okay, so just to give you guys head up, we are doing Talk the Walk for Coffee Talk. We're going to be doing it in the near future, so you guys want to tune in. Man, I literally felt for a lot of the characters, especially the dad and the daughter. The music, that and the two different races or 2 different monsters being together. I can't say no more. If you have not played Coffee Talk, wherever it's available, play it on Switch, Xbox Live. I think it might be on PlayStation 4. If not, play it on PC. Like, really play that game.
It's beautiful.
Oh, it's so good. And of course, making coffee and everything. I'm so ready because our idea for Coffee Talk, for Talk the Walk, is when we do Coffee Talk, we all have our different kind of coffee. And I know you like yours black, but I'm gonna have my Dunkin' Donuts ready to go.
And if you have played Coffee Talk, Celeste, who's a regular on Nintendo Pow Block, just interviewed the developer, and that's on our Boss Rush podcast as well. So check that out. I can't wait
to listen to that. I just finished the game this week, so I'm gonna go listen to that.
Nice.
All right, Dan, back to you. What is your number 3?
I'm going to go with Hades. You can't say enough about this game. I remember the Indie Direct in August when it showcased Hades, and it just looked really cool. The character design, the level design, the artwork, even aside from how thirsty the gods are. It's it's just really, really cool artwork. It's the first roguelike that actually got me to play it. It's more approachable than most roguelikes, and it's just fun. I recommend it to anybody to play this game.
Yes. Jacob, what is your number 3?
My number 3 is Animal Crossing New Horizons, the game that saved 2020 to most people. That game reached a whole new level of bringing communities together, from gamers to even non-gamers who were running out and picking up Switches so that they could visit their friend in a silly game on a Nintendo system and run around museums. I remember reading there's still companies that will make a themed island around their brand. There's people that will be like, oh, I am from a museum. I work at a museum. I'll walk you through and give you a guided tour on all the stuff in the museum and like that. It's just Animal Crossing at its finest. It's so relaxing to play. I play it every single day. But number 3.
Yes. David, what is your number 3?
I might get some flack for this, but Fortnite is actually my number three. The Marvel season this year was just so awesome. I grew up reading comic books, and to get to play some of my favorite characters like Daredevil, and the way that Nintendo, early in the year partnered with Fortnite, and they had the Fortnite Switch console, and just it was just cool. I don't know, I didn't get that console, but I loved it. Being able to play Fortnite on the go it was good.
I haven't played Fortnite. So was Fortnite new to Switch in 2020, or is
No.
it like there's
It's been
different
around.
updates?
There's like, just like Smash Brothers has fighter passes, there's like battle passes on the Epic Games sells with Fortnite and Rocket League and their other games that they have. And the particular theme over the summer was Marvel. In fact, they produced this like digital comic book. Epic Games did, like, with these famous comic book characters like Galactus coming to the Fortnite world, and you got to read a page of the comic each day, and it was awesome. And my son loved it. He went out to the bookstore afterwards and bought some comics, and it was just really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's fine, David. You good for Fortnite. So my number 3 is Streets of Rage 4.
Nice.
The art, this game is so good. And you talking about the thirst in Hades, Adam Adam just looks, Adam is the young for me. Sorry, let me keep it professional for the kids. It's a great beat 'em up. Great like combo system. The music is banging. It's a good one. It's not as good as Streets of Rage 2 soundtrack, 'cause that game is just like a perfect 10, Streets of Rage 2. But Streets of Rage 4 is a great, once you like learn the combo system and everything, it's really, really good. They have some patches up. There's a lot of unlockables to it. I got the game digitally on Switch, and I got my physical copy from No Limited Run. And I keep eyeing it on Xbox because I really want to play with other people with this game. And if anyone is up to it, I'll buy it on Xbox or PS4 and like do some online, because this game is so good. So Streets of Rage 4 is my third pick. So back to you, Dan. What is your number 2?
My number 2 is Xenoblade Chronicles DE. I love this game. The music is great. The worlds are great. The story is phenomenal. The battle system, it's a little easy, but there's customization that you get with characters towards the end of the game that really keeps you engaged. I love all the side quests. I love the NPCs. It's just a phenomenal game. So if you haven't played Xenoblade Chronicles DE, go out and play it. I sunk about 180 hours into it and don't regret any of it.
I'm grinding in it. I'm in the grinding phase of this game. Like, I haven't even did the first dungeon yet. I'm just trying to get stronger so I could go in and do it.
See, this one, you don't really need to grind that hard, because towards the end of the game, you get enough experience to kind of build you up, and you grind towards the end of the game. Whereas the beginning, you can really kind of just enjoy the environments. But man, the music is so good. Like, you spend so much time, because like in Guar Plain, for example, which is one of the first areas, it's like this huge map, and you're just spending so much time running around and doing all these side quests and finding different monsters and stuff. And the music, like, is just so good, and you want to keep listening to it. But of course, like, it's going to be good because you have this huge map you're going to spend 20 hours on. So might as well be good. So I can't say enough, and I recommend this game to anybody who likes a story-driven game or a JRPG. So Xenoblade's number 2.
All right. Jacob, what is your number 2?
My number 2 is Hades. That game, full disclosure, just because I feel like I have to, Supergiant actually sent me a copy of that game, but that game grabbed hold of me like, I think the last time a game did that was Super Mario Galaxy, where when I wasn't playing Hades, I was thinking about playing Hades. I was talking to my other friends who were playing Hades. I am working on a review for Hades. I'm still playing it. not so much daily anymore, but like I still hop in and just like, let's see how far we can get through the underworld. That game has a beautiful Supergiant Games is fantastic. They know
Yes.
exactly how to make games. That they have an amazing team and are so deserving of all the awards they got for Hades and all their other games. But Hades has a beautiful ebb and flow to the combat system where everything feels like it happened. It's something you could control. When you get hit, it doesn't feel unfair. It feels like, well, if I wasn't button mashing here, if I was just paying a little bit more attention, I could have dodged this, I could have hit this, I could have whatever. And then the story of it all is, and the replayability of it all with their I forget, the packs of punishment. Just, man, that game goes on for hours and it's still fun. I think I'm on run 68 in hell mode, and I started in hell mode and I was like, okay, well, let's see what normal mode feels like. And then I beat through normal mode on like the second run, and now I'm just like enjoying normal mode and the story of it. But oh my gosh, man, Hades is a game that I would say if you don't have Hades on your Nintendo Switch, buy Hades on your Nintendo Switch. Anyone that talks about it, like Dan, even if you're not a fan of roguelikes, Hades just has something to it that doesn't feel like that, and so you want to continue playing.
I really wonder how many people remember that this game was on Epic Games, and then when they seen it on Switch, people ran to buy it. Because it felt like no one didn't run to pick this early access game up on Epic, but they seen the artwork, the trailer on Switch, and they were just like, this looks cool, I'll buy it. And then it just rolled. The sales, the talk, the nominations, everything had just been like Hades for months ever since it came out.
Yeah,
it's really interesting.
Yeah, I think Nintendo and Supergiant had a really good match there because it has been. It's been on Steam and on Epic for early access for a long time, but man, it is fantastic, especially on the Switch.
Switch is becoming a desirable destination.
Yes.
For
preach,
sure.
David, preach. Which is your turn, David. What is your number 2?
Well, it was really close with my top 2 games, but my number 2 game this year was Animal Crossing New Horizons. I try not to talk about my kids with everyone, but like the way we were able to connect with going to each other's islands. And what I really loved is the changes in the seasons and the celebration of holidays. This was the first year because my daughter's still pretty young, but I let both my kids stay up for New Year's all the way till midnight. And so they were doing the countdown on their island, which is of course like 20 seconds before the real time one. So you can celebrate with your animal, your island, and then in real life as well. And that was like the coolest thing ever for them. Like it was awesome. Like I love the charm of that game.
All right. And mine is Tokyo Mirage Session Sharp FE. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy that I've been wanting this game to come out for Switch because it didn't get the justice that it deserved on Wii U. The music, the artwork, the characters, the grind, the fighting. Like, of course, this is Persona meets Fire Emblem. And it was actually a different game before it actually came out. But yeah, the music, the soundtrack in this game, I literally wanted to buy. When they were showing the trailer, I wanted to buy the soundtrack even before the game came out. Like, it's so good. And of course the game is subtitled and everybody's speaking in Japanese. It's just a beautiful, fun game. And when it came to Switch, when Target opened up, I was kind of at the door waiting for them to put it out to buy this game. Like, I was right there, be like, I need Tokyo Mirage Session FE. You guys got that in this ad. I need you to find it, and I need to buy it. It's like a run home. So Tokyo Mirage Session FE Sharp FE is my number 2 game. Now, everybody, what is going to be our number 1 game? Dan, what is your number 1 game?
I guess mine's predictable. It's going to be Animal Crossing. I mean, we said it earlier in the show. It's sold 26 million units since March. Dropped at the right time. It got people who don't play video games to buy Switches. My fiance picked up a video game controller for the first time to play Animal Crossing with me, and now we have this beautiful island we can show off to our friends from home. It was a really fun way to connect with people at a time that it was really hard, really confusing, and really scary for a lot of us. So just with the cultural sensation of it and the time it came out was just perfect, and how it really helped people through a hard time. If this was a different year, maybe Animal Crossing wouldn't be my number one, but just to see so much positivity around a game and to see a game bring so many different people. I mean, we're talking people from the ages of 8 to 50 who all love different things. This game made them smile, and it left a positive impact on them. So it's impossible for me to put anything else at number one.
All right. Jacob, what is your number one game?
I think I want to partner. I think I want to partner with David on this a little bit, because my number one game for for 2020 is Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity, baby. Woo! Oh man, that.
Boo.
Oh, I'm gonna. Oh, Dan, come on. I'm gonna let David go into a lot of it as well, but wow, that game is amazing, is fantastic. Just I was mentioning with Hades that I was thinking about it even when I wasn't playing it. That got tripled with Hyrule Warriors, and I did a 24-hour stream when it first came out. So I'd gotten 24 hours nonstop, and I was still like, I want to keep playing. I don't want to go to sleep. So just wow, that game's amazing. You have to play it.
All right, David, what is your number one?
Yeah, to the surprise of no one, Age of Calamity was also number one, and I gotta echo what Jacob said. You know, as a lifelong Zelda fan, I've playing since the original on my NES. Zelda games are already gonna, be a huge hype factor for me. And I know technically it's a Warriors game, but it's a Zelda game. And this game, not only did it live up to my expectations and my hype, but it actually exceeded it, which is just surprising for me because I felt like I was ready for a letdown because I had built this up so much. And I would be hard pressed to think of a story that hooked me more and engaged me more than this story. I just love this game.
All right.
Another thing is, and I think David will echo this, is that it swiftly crept its way into my top 5 Zelda games of all time.
Yep.
So that's saying something.
Absolutely.
Well, everybody, it was a big struggle for me. I had to really think about this. I had to take time. I took stuff off. I put things on. I kind of walked around. I had to think about this. I had to really just talk to myself to be like, is this the right game? And I didn't know if it was the right game, but it was a really hard, difficult decision. What am I talking about? Of course, it's Hyrule Warriors and Calamity. Oh my goodness. This game is addictive. The story, the soundtrack, the cutscenes, the voice acting, everything is just it was so good. I beat the game in 4 days. I've been talking to Dan, talking to David, talking to Jacob. We was just talking so many, and then talking to David about just the Lord of the Rings connections, the theories, connected it to Breath of the Wild too. I'm like, there's so many possibilities. Thinking about the DLC, just man, this game was an adventure. And I fell in love with the characters and just how they all were portrayed. So of course it has to be my number one game of the year. I what more can we say?
It's the only game ever where Ed was bothering me to finish the game.
Because I love talking to you, Dan, Jacob, and David. I love talking to everybody about games, and I get hyped when there's someone loves the game or they're interested, even if they don't feel like it and it feels like I gotta defend it, I love that discussion about games. That's just me.
And we're not done talking about it either.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's right.
So,
I think I got to bring a shield to the to the spoiler cast we're gonna do, because I have some hot takes on this game.
well, everybody, without a shadow of a doubt, Nintendo Power Block's Game of the Year with 16 Yoshi coins is Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Congratulations to Nintendo and Kobe Tecmo on being our Game of the Year for Nintendo Power Block. It really was close. Animal Crossing could have took this. Like, if I would have put Animal Crossing as one of the things, it probably could have won and been in tie with Hyrule Warriors. But everybody, we have a great list. Clubhouse Games, Hades, Xenoblade, Animal Crossing, Among Us, Murder by Numbers, Mario Kart Home, Coffee Talk, Fortnite, Streets of Rage 4, and Tokyo Mirage Session. Even our honorable missions: Paper Mario, Super Mario 3D, Pikmin 3, Kanai, Evergate, Nexomon, Captain, Bubble Bobble Friends, Smash Brothers, and just and the stuff that I already said. We really had a great year in gaming. So once again, congratulations to Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity for being our 2020 Game of the Year for Power Block. With that, everybody, we're going to get into some quick plugs because that is the end of the show. Jacob, where can we find you?
What's going on? You can find me at Galutrad everywhere on the internet, Galutrad, mostly on Twitch and Twitter. There's an Instagram, though. Twitch, I stream Monday through Friday. Mondays sometimes gets taken over by Nintendo Pow Block, which is why I'm here. But Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time to 10 p.m. Central Time. And I took off for the holidays, just a quick little 2-week break, but I'm going to be back at it with Immortals Phoenix Rising and Animal Crossings on Wednesdays.
And what are you what are you playing with Power?
Oh man. Right now I'm playing this thing for the audio listeners only, the Game Boy, the Game & Watch Super Mario, cuz my Nintendo shame is actually that I've never beaten a 2D Mario game before, so I'm like chugging away at those cuz I'm just not good at them at all. And then I also wanted to mention that I do also stream on Saturdays, and I believe we're going to start making this a kind of a boss rush thing of a community game night. I stream just games with friends, and I like to get viewers from chat in there as well, so be looking forward to that coming up in the future too.
Yes. Dan, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at DCDM99, and check out an interview I just did with the composer of Evergate, Mike Miller. That's also on the Boss Rush podcast expansion pass.
Yes. And what are you playing with Power?
So I am really nothing new. I'm still playing Ni no Kuni, the Wrath of the White Witch. I've pretty much been playing that exclusively. It's it was kind of funny because at the beginning you can't really. I know I'm 7 years late to this game as well, but at the beginning you couldn't really change the camera, and the story was a little odd. And I was like, I don't know about this game. But then once you got into that first area, it kind of just took off, and I'm hooked. There are some very big difficulty jumps in this game, though. I feel like I'm very overpowered at points, and then all of a sudden I'm in the next step of the story, and I'm just getting killed left and right. So it's kind of a strange balance, but I think I'm ironing it out, and I think I'm kind of close towards the end of the game. So, but yeah, it's really just been that and a little Tetris 99 and a tiny bit of Smash thrown in.
All right, David, where can we find you at?
You can find me on Twitter at David Lasby. You can also read my articles on ZeldaDungeon.net, BossRushGames.com, and TheMighty.com.
Yes. And what are you playing with, Power?
I had kind of a grab bag of stuff this week, so I've been actually playing a lot of Tetris 99 lately as
Yes.
well. And I also been playing a lot of Nintendo Online. So, like I mentioned earlier, I finally beat Super Mario 3. And another lifetime achievement, I finally pulled off the Infinite Lives cheat on Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, nice.
I've never done that before, and I finally got that done this week. So I can
Congrats. It's very satisfying.
It was. And then the last thing I've been playing a lot of, which almost made my honorable mention, but it missed 2020 by 20 days, was the Alien Isolation port to Switch, which came out in December of 2019. And I'm finally making it through that story, and I love that game.
Are you scared? Are you terrified?
I got over my fear. That game stresses me out.
Well, you guys can find me on Twitter at that retro code. You can check I Should Know Opinion on SoundCloud, iTunes, or other podcast apps. If you guys want to join me in gaming, you can find my Switch, my Xbox, and my PSN code on my Twitch, on my Twitter page. I'm on Twitch at the Lyrical One, and also check out Recaps latest episode. Me and LaRon discussed the Resident Evil movies, so give that one a go. And what I'm playing with, Power, is I'm at the end of close to the end. I got one more stream to get in Paper Mario: The Origami King. I'm also playing Room Factories.
Which stream are you on?
I'm on the green one.
Oh, you're getting, yeah, you're right there.
Yeah, I've been playing, been putting some work in, so I'm close to doing that. So those two are what I've been doing on Switch. I'm going to be getting back into Sakura, of Rice and Ronin. I think of Rice and Ronin or whatever.
Rice and Rain.
Rice and Ruin.
I think
it Rice and Ruin.
I think it's Rice and Ruin.
Yeah, but I'm working on a lot of my first party stuff, trying to get it out the way. Because everybody, to let you know, we have our Boss Rush Backlog Challenge that is going on. And the blog will be up by the time you guys see this episode. On Wednesday on what you need to do. And it's very easy how you get coins and everything. It's a Joshi coin system, so guys, give it a read and you'll be able to join and have fun with it. With that, everybody, you can email us at nintendopowblock@gmail.com. If you guys want to let us know what did you think of the stories, what you think of our game of the year, was Hyrule Warriors the right choice, was it the wrong choice, what is your personal choice of game of the year, what are you snacking on, and drop some game fact events if you guys want to, also in our Gmail account. Also check us out on Bossrich Games on Discord. Come and join us on there to talk all things games and food and everything. And also follow us on Twitch. Not Twitch. Follow us on Twitter at Pow Block Podcast, where you guys could talk to us, reach out to us, hang out with us, and have fun and good discussions. We got a lot of things coming forward in 2021, and I cannot wait to be doing these things with you guys and with the community. With that, everybody, have a great week. Have a great weekend. Let's continue to play video games and be better to one another. With that, everybody, we'll see you next time on Nintendo Pow Block. Bye, everybody.
Woo-hoo! Night, everyone.
All right, that is it.
That was a great show.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Shout out to Strictly Casual Official for rating with 15 viewers, and thanks to the 7 viewers who are sticking around. So, hope y'all enjoyed the show.
Nice.
Excellent.
I just want to build up a little bit good, or improvise build up for Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, that was fantastic, Ed.
Oh man, I can't believe all you guys gave that number one. Ed didn't even give Animal Crossing an honorable mention.
No, he hated it apparently.
No, I didn't. I was being fair to Animal.
Oh.
Oh. You muted.
Angie's muted.
Muted, Ed.
You've hit your word limit, Ed.
Nobody wants to hear his explanation of Animal Crossing getting